Hey,
Hello, hello.
hey,
Back
Hey,
again with FrankJavCee. What's
it's
happening?
bro.
me. It's
Are
me.
these commercials? What am I
I,
seeing in the
I was
back,
I
dude?
was
I'm
just
like,
thinking it's
No,
getting trippier.
I'm just like I'm really into quantum mechanics right now, so I'm just going through time and space in front of you guys.
Okay,
okay, good. Yeah,
that's
that's
dope,
fresh.
Yeah.
That's fresh.
dude. You like this is now we add you to the list of guests that we've had on who have nicer setups than we do. Just
Dude,
like,
Thank you. Yeah, it's
looks
really
great,
hard. Right
man.
now I'm in the 2000s and everything's blue and people are flying around and shit. They were
Yeah, it
so
looks
optimistic in like
dope.
1998 to like 2001 right before 9/11 happened. Like people were so happy. Like that's why I
Yeah,
love this era because it's just like they're like, look at how the future's so cool. It's gonna be so sick. We're all gonna be awesome.
bro,
Like they
9/11
yeah.
what
ruined
Twitter
everything, bro.
was. You
Wait,
think
wait.
so?
Oh,
It
dude,
Have I
did
ever
ruin
told
a
you the
lot.
first time I ever experienced an orgasm was the night before 9/11 happened? So it
What?
really fucked with me psychologically for a really long time.
yeah, you probably thought you caused it. Are
No,
you
I just was
religious or
like,
no?
wow, I can't believe my first orgasm and this terrible American tragedy are going to be linked in my brain forever.
Well, it's actually a good thing that you did it before 9/11 because
Yeah.
there would have been a period of grief afterwards at 9/11
Right.
that you maybe could not have.
Yeah, I had post-nut clarity, so I was like, wow, you know what? Like, who cares? Life is crazy, man.
Life is crazy, bro.
Dude,
Actually,
proof 9/11 ruined everything is the fact that Zoolander flopped in
What?
theaters because up
was it
every
all
like
around that time?
it came out like right after 9/11 and they did reports on it like it's not okay to laugh, like too many people are
Yeah.
grieving
Yeah,
and
that
all
was so
this
weird.
shit.
Have you ever seen the first episode of SNL
Sucks.
afterwards? They're like, is it okay to laugh?
Oh jeez.
Oh, what?
Dude, what's
Yeah.
worse is
Oh man.
the post Hillary losing
Mm-hmm.
SNL where it's like it was just an all serious episode. That one chick came out and played I heard there was a secret
Oh,
chord that
jeez, that
Yeah.
David
was
played and
rough,
it
man.
pleased the
They all sang
Lord.
Imagine together.
Oh my god, dude, that was the worst also. Holy shit.
That's
I love
crazy.
that video. That video went hard. It really
It
inspired me.
went hard.
Yeah, at
Oh,
first I
That's good.
assumed everything was broken. But when what's her name? Gabrielle I can't
Gal
say her name.
Gadot.
Gal
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 Gadot.
Gadot
Gadot.
was like, "Hey, let's come together and sing Imagine." I was like, "You know what? I can imagine a better future for me and my
Hell
family
yeah.
and friends."
Dude, I looked it up and you're right, dude. This Zoolander came out September 28th, 2001. That is just over, wait,
I like the part where they play with gas with
just
each
over
other
two
and then they
weeks.
So,
explode.
dude, literally banger of a movie.
I
Dude,
love
Banger
yeah,
of a
it's actually a
movie.
bangers.
great movie. Yeah, but I'm shocked they didn't push the release date back. Like, there were a
Yeah.
ton of movies that got postponed or canceled during COVID. I guess that makes sense, but it's like, I don't know. I feel like major world events, you kind
Yeah.
of want to, we spent like millions of
Well, it
dollars
was
on
back
this
in the
movie.
old
Why don't
days.
we
Like
just
you
hold
had to
off?
think about all like how it worked. It's probably like super hard to pull that all back and be like, yeah, let's do it in 2 weeks from now.
I guess, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm looking at the Wikipedia page right now. It actually didn't flop. They made their money back.
Oh, they
Yeah.
They
did. Okay.
the budget was 28 million and it in box office it made 60 million.
Oh,
So
that's not too bad.
that's not bad. Yeah. That I mean, I don't remember it flopping at all. I remember people talking about it at the time. Like
Zoolander
people,
is almost as good as Master of Disguise.
Bro, I've
oh
never
my
seen that, but
God.
I
I've
know a
seen
lot of
Really?
that
people love
movie.
it.
That
Yeah.
movie bangs.
Master of
Yeah.
Disguise goes hard. Also, like Rat Race is another movie from that era that I like because in the late 90s there was like this whole like slapsticky gross out humor thing that they were doing. So everything was
Yes.
very bombastic and huge.
Well, that's how it felt with Ace Ventura. Although that's why Jim Carrey. I love Jim Carrey. That dude is
Yeah.
like I fucking love Jim Carrey movies and uh though his it like Ace Ventura, The Mask, like even some of his worst movies are still he's just like the best slapstick guy alive right now. I
Yeah,
think like
like have
his
you ever seen
physical
his early
comedy,
career? He would just do like weird impressions, but he'd also
crazy
like be super like
impressions.
intort his body and be like, look at how crazy my face could be.
Yeah, he's ridiculous with that. But I love those movies, dude. My buddy just showed me Liar Liar like fairly recently. Like I want to say I saw
Really?
that like
That's a classic. That
a
one's
classic like 3 or 4 years ago. I had never seen it, and he was like, "Dude, we got to sit down and watch. It's like my favorite Jim Carrey movie." And we put that one on, and I was like, "God damn, this is a good." The scene where he's he has like a pen, like a blue pen that he's like wrestling with. I was like watching it and I'm like, dude, this is like masterclass physical comedy. Like this guy's amazing at
He
this
was the
shit.
Buster Keaton of the 90s.
He really was, yeah.
I really
Shit's
like
dope.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. That's like
Me too.
like every like art ho fantasy.
It
And,
is
Like,
an
fuck
I
art
with
ho
feel like that
fantasy.
movie ruined him, bro. Because after he did that, there was like a few years after that, he just became this very like, I don't know if melodramatic is the word, but
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
tried doing the serious thing for a while. He was in a scary movie called The Number 23.
Oh,
which
the
oh,
Jim
I remember
Carrey
that.
movie.
Yeah,
Did you watch it? Yeah, Jim Scary movie. I want to say I don't think you know. It's so funny. I was just looking up. I wanted to look up the movie, and I just looked up Jim Scary, but
Jim
because it was on
Scary.
it was on like my mind.
Who
But
was the movie where he was the comedian guy?
Man in the Moon.
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah,
it wasn't
have you seen
him
that
that
one?
was doing that, and he was just possessed by the soul of that
he
man.
claimed that, dude. Every actor claims that. It's so annoying when they do a
Yeah.
biopic or whatever. They're like, literally.
If
the
he could be
spirit
possessed by
came
anyone,
into
who
me.
would it be throughout history?
Who would it be?
I want to be like Genghis Khan, see what that's like. I think that would go crazy in today's
that would be
society.
dope.
Fuck half of Asia, like
Yeah.
a fuck and murder everybody.
Like just do a YouTube channel where it's like, hey guys, today we're gonna pillage this village. Make
yeah,
sure to-
that'd be crazy, man.
where do you want me to drop next? I have a gang of horses, like
I think that got pretty loony though, because Jim Carrey, he really did think that he was like possessed or something.
Yeah.
Like, right? Didn't he say that he was actually tapping into some spiritual
Yeah,
level?
dude. I mean, I think Margot Robbie said that recently too about the. Or maybe
Barbie?
I'm confusing her with something. Not the
She
Barbie
was
movie.
like,
The Barbie
I am
movie?
Barbie.
There's someone,
real.
some chick who just did a biopic or whatever, biopic. What
It
is
was
that
like-
word?
I thought it was
Biopic.
biopic, but it could be. But biopic sounds cooler,
Biopic sounds
I guess.
cool. It sounds like it's like a robot. That's
Yeah, that
biopic.
sounds
Yeah, like-
baller.
I am biopic.
Dude, that trans joke didn't age well in Ace Ventura, where he spins the hot girl around and she has a giant dick in her underwear. Do you remember that part?
I don't remember that actually.
I blocked that out of
They
my memory.
find
I
out that
remember this now.
because the bad guy was this like football guy, but then he transitioned. But he spins her around and it reveals that this hot woman has a giant like 9-foot long dick, and then everyone
Okay.
starts puking,
That's so
and I'm
hot.
like. Dude, if I saw that in theater, if that came out
I know.
today, half the audience would be like,
They would just be like,
"Auga."
Yeah.
yeah.
for real, dude.
I mean, there was a Family Guy bit like that too, where Brian hooks up with Quagmire's now
Dad mom.
transgender
Yeah.
dad
Mhm.
mom, yeah, and then like that's what they're making the joke out of, is that he's like, I can't wait to see my dad, and then his dad arrives and she's a woman now, and then Brian unknowingly hooks up with Quagmire's dad, and then when he finds out that they're trans, it's like literally like a 10-minute sequence of him puking, and it's
That's
like
so crazy.
it's like why this is wild that they even included this shit. Like, I don't know.
Do you think
It's,
Family Guy
powerful.
ages well?
Dude,
some of it does.
Yeah.
Some of it does.
I don't know. I can say for certainty though, like season 1 through 4 does not get enough credit. I feel like that gets
They're
tied
so
in with
funny.
like current Family Guy. 1 through 4
Yeah.
is so good, bro.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Like the original Fox run, because like I'm actually a Family Guy stan. I really fucking love Family Guy. Like I've watched every single episode, and when new episodes come out, I'm like, time to log into Hulu and see it.
Oh,
every Sunday.
really?
Oh, you've seen the new ones.
The new ones. I
Yeah.
have not tuned into like a new episode of Family
The
Guy.
new
in a
ones have
very
like
long
this weird,
time.
like psychological kind of sexual nature about Peter and Lois's relationship and like how they still are together. So in like
Really?
the newest one, it's about how Peter doesn't like eating pussy, so like he has to be tricked into like hypnosis where he pretends he's on a beach licking an ice cream cone, but only when he hears the extra TV show, you know, the extra goes like extra extra. So when
Yeah.
he hears that, he goes into like this weird meditative state where he just licks an ice cream cone. So you know, well, this episode's already an old meme. So anyways, he ends up eating out Lois's mom to the
Nice.
like the extra thing, and then she runs into the room and sees, and she lets
She's,
out the
like,
most blood-curdling
screaming.
scream of all time that people have
Yes.
just been like memeing. So I did a little meme with it. I turned into like a dubstep growl, but like
I saw that. Actually.
yeah, it's just
I
like
saw
Neon
that.
Genesis Evangelion, or it's just like
Yeah.
like, he, like, goes
I
hard.
saw a whole thread that triggered that was examples of voice actors in cartoons going like goblin mode, like
Yeah,
actually
going too
like
hard.
taking shit really, really far. And some of my favorite examples of that is in like the old Looney Tunes where like Mel Blanc would like
Oh, dude.
you could
Yeah,
tell
he's
that
such a
he was like
icon of God.
screaming on the far corner of the room. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that, something about that was just like he's
Or like
so
Dragon
good.
Ball Z, like when they're actually like they're like, okay, so for this episode, you're gonna scream for 30 minutes straight. And they're
Literally.
like, okay, bet.
Dude, have you ever seen the interview with the guy? Who's the American? Do you know the name of the American voice actor for Goku?
No, I could look it up.
Goku
Goku
voice actor.
voice.
Wasn't he in a sex scandal? Or am I confusing
Was
this
he?
with a different anime?
I
There
think
was
that's
some.
a different one. Well, I
Okay.
don't know anything about the voice acting lore or drama, but I know there's a bunch
No.
of that. Sean
It's-
Schemmel?
Yeah, Sean Schemmel. That's a hell of a name. But
Mhm.
I saw an interview of him. He's at like a con, sitting at like a panel, and
Mhm.
somebody comes up to the mic and asks a question, and they're just like, "Could you explain what it was like going into the booth for it's like season such and such episode 11 or something like that when Goku does this Super Saiyan whatever transformation?" And he's
Yeah.
like, "Oh yeah, that's the episode that I fainted in the
Oh
booth."
my God.
Because I think he was literally screaming and kept like
Yeah.
raising like just
He
like
just got
going higher
lightheaded.
and
That was
higher,
all
and
the air that
passed,
he had.
he passed out. Yeah, it was
Well,
like that's commitment, man.
You know
That's
what?
fucking
Like fans can
wild.
feel passion. You know what I mean? Like there's probably a reason why Dragon Ball is so like people love it because like the people that were making it had all their passion in it. Like you know
Oh,
when like
yeah.
nobody cares like when it comes to like a television, anime, music, anything, like when people don't care, people are also not going to care about it too.
It's
So,
true.
like
I mean,
they
that,
put their blood into it.
dude, that's my issue with a lot of these. Like, there's the like box generic adult animation that like
Mhm.
I don't know if it's like BoJack Horseman or which one of them wheeled this shit in where it just looks horrendous.
Who was
Like
the one
they
Tosh.0 did? People are always
Oh my
Oh,
God,
dude, the
yeah.
Brickle Bear
Yeah.
or
That one
whatever,
looks
dude.
atrocious.
I've seen it, and as
ass,
soon as I saw it, I was like, I'm never clicking on that or watching that ever.
No, it looks terrible. And it's like, why? I don't know what sparked that or why all these board meetings keep happening where they're green lighting these shows.
I wonder if it is
They
like
just
a
look
viable source
bad.
of income though. Like they're like, well, once it's syndicated, like it's just like an infinite money generating machine where it just slowly gives you money over time.
It can't be because they're not even marketable characters. Like you can't like who's gonna buy what merchandise can you sell with the big mouth characters that anyone
Yeah.
is gonna want to own? Like it just looks like
Plushes, fleshlights.
no fucking way. I mean, you have
Pop
these shows
sockets.
like you have these shows like that are kind of young adult that
Mhm.
adults can enjoy, like Adventure Time, where the art style actually looks like you have really marketable looking characters and
Yeah.
they're like pleasant to the eye, but it's the fucking to me, a BoJack looks terrible too. That's like one of them right in
Yeah.
there, but I don't. But it's just this like really shitty.
I wish they delved
digital-
more into like the socioeconomics of how there's sometimes humans and sometimes animals. It's like, what's going on there? I want to
Yeah,
know
I don't-
that sort of
That's
stuff.
interesting.
But like they just
also-
made it like just like, oh, we all just get along, I guess.
They don't really tap into that on Family Guy either, because Brian sleeps with like human women all the time, and they never.
Well, you've never
talk
had sex
about
with a
that.
dog before?
Never, not yet.
Oh,
at
okay.
least.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Yeah.
Well, can't relate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with that, and like kids.
It's because he's
animations-
intelligent. Isn't there like a weird like thing where it's like, I don't want to get like show how much I know of the internet, but like if they could
Let's see.
consent, they're intelligent enough, they are of age, they're a fantasy character, then you should be able to have sex with them.
Well, yeah, I don't think anybody's saying that Brian Griffin having sex is like problematic. If any, I've never heard that. There's probably
That's a good
some
take
Tampa
though. It's like this
people.
is kind of problematic. Bestiality is
What?
very wrong.
Bestiality's fucked up.
Family
Dude,
Guy is
listening to
better.
this
Brian cannot
entire
consent.
conversation, I cannot get the picture of Socrates and the other guy, philosopher, talking to each other on the steps.
Yeah, just talking about that
Walking
shit.
down,
Is
bro.
it ethical to fuck Brian the dog from Family Guy?
There
It's
has to
great
be like
question.
a
Liberal.
serious
Oh.
YouTube channel on that. There has to be.
There
'cause
has to
there's
be a whole
so many.
video.
somebody
of those.
somebody's brought it up for sure.
Yeah.
Did you
Somebody's
guys
done
see
an
this?
hour-long video on it.
Did you see the Sonic movie? Did you either of you guys see
I
I
saw
did
the
not,
first
bro.
one. I liked
the
it.
first one. I didn't
Yeah.
see it.
I
didn't
turned my
see it.
brain off for movies like that though, but it was like very much of its time. It was really like reflective of like, hey, this is what's cool now. You want like we're being really like meta
Yeah.
about how retro's cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't mind that, honestly. Like I actually
Mhm.
think if it's done well, there are certain ways that you can do things that like you can recognize, okay, this movie is going to feel dated in
Yeah.
like 10 years, but if it's still funny or good, it can still be enjoyable 10 years in the future, even though you can look at it and be like, wow, this is really indicative of like
Rosemary's
2020 or
Baby, bro.
whatever. Yeah,
Rosemary's Baby.
that one's great. I mean, the one that I always cite, I think I've mentioned it on podcasts before, but I watched it kind of recently and loved it. The second time that I've seen it now was Disturbia with Shia LaBeouf,
Disturbia.
which is like so fucking dated. Like when you
Yeah.
watch it, you're like, dude, this movie looks like 2007 was a movie, but it's actually like good and funny. And I think there's a certain level of enjoyment that you get out of it from recognizing,
Yeah.
oh, this looks old, like this looks dated.
I think
but
when it's of its era, it's almost like a time capsule. So it's like very much like
Totally.
when you do something like this is present, this is exactly what it's like to live now. Like 20 years from now, you watch it again, it's like a time capsule. This is what it was actually like. And then people even use that reference to do like futuristic, well, not futuristic, like you know how we have like the nostalgia bubble where everyone's into like certain decades and years. Like
Yeah,
when you see
course.
something of its time, you're able to be like, okay, that's what it was like. Like you
For
know what?
sure.
I was at the SpongeBob rave yesterday, and you know what song made all the bitches go crazy to?
Ocean Man.
No, 303. Someone just dropped a
Oh,
303.
really?
Oh, dude, yes.
Dude, that's
Yes,
lit.
dude.
That's
Don't
lit. Yeah.
trust a hoe. Never
Yeah.
trust. And they were just going crazy.
There's a line that's like, what does he say? I'm a vegetarian.
Vegetarian,
and
I
I
ain't
ain't
fucking
fucking
scared.
scared.
of it. Oh,
Everyone
dude, yeah.
screamed that. That was like the moment I was like, looks
Hmm.
like the late 2000s are in.
Yes, there's totally something there. I mean, also, this is totally me falling trapped to the nostalgia thing, but that era of mid 2000s pop music was so good. Like, I think
Yeah.
way better than the current era of pop
When I
music that we're in
DJ,
right now.
I only play 2000 stuff. Like when I know it's like people that don't know me and it was just like a bar crowd, like I look at their age and I'm like, they're gonna go crazy for this.
For
Like
sure.
I was dropping like
yeah.
Sean Paul, like shake.
Oh,
Yeah.
bro, yes.
No, yeah, that one.
Everyone was going like, oh my god. And
Dude,
then
I love
the
that
one that
one.
makes everyone just go insane is Hey Yeah by Outkast.
Oh,
Oh, banger, dude.
Like everyone can
Banger.
sing along. I only want to play stuff that everyone just knows as like a group, and it becomes like a chorus. Like we all just get along at that moment. You know what I mean?
I have such distinct memories of like when I was at that time I was in middle school and I was like carpooling with friends at like 7 a.m. to school, and it was
Yeah.
like ludicrous, like, I found you, Miss New Booty, and we're like sitting in the back seat like
the
early as
windows.
fuck.
Is that ludicrous? I thought that was Bubba Sparks.
Which
Ooh,
one?
The Miss New Booty.
You might be
Miss
right,
New
Miss New
Booty.
Booty.
Yeah,
I thought
dude,
it
because that was a bang. Dude, finding out that
How old
that's
are you
made.
guys?
New Booty.
I'm 28.
Me too.
Okay, cool. I just
You're-
turned 30, so you guys
Bro.
Oh, there you go.
know what it's like.
Dude,
Don't even
is
know.
Miss New Booty Bubba Sparks?
You're right. It was
Dude,
Bubba
finding
Sparks.
out that he was a white guy was like,
I know what.
yeah, I was like, what? You
I didn't.
what?
I had no
What?
idea. You what? Wait, Ludacris. What song? Didn't he have a Miss New Boot? Something.
Dude, no, his was the. Fuck, I know exactly
What's
what
his, like,
song
big
you're talking
hits?
about, bro.
Oh, dude, you want to hear another just like straight up? I actually had a comic in mind that was just
Mhm.
like. I've had it in my notes for a really long time, but it's just like I think a little too. I don't know how to plot it out because it's gonna be one that has like dynamic panels, but I just don't know how to do it right. But it's like it's somebody who's like welding together like a satellite, like a rocket that he wants to send to space. You know how they've sent like records to
Yeah,
space
like this
on, like
is
the
what humans are
Voyager?
like.
Yeah, and it has like some like a folk song or something that's like just like really indicative of like humankind. And so I was like trying to do that, like a guy making something and he sends it to the space, and you can see as it's like leaving the galaxy that it's just like a CD copy of the single "Yeah" by Usher and like Lil Jon. Because that to me is like that's another one where it's like you can play that shit in any decade and it's going to bang. Like you could
Oh,
literally
yeah.
that 100
love
years in the
that.
future and people are still going to go nuts for it. It's
I was at
just-
a Thai restaurant and they were playing that, and like people were just getting turned to that.
Oh, hell yes.
So
And then like
good.
one of my friends had to ruin it for me. He goes, "You ever notice that triangle's a little bit too loud?" And I was like, "No, how dare you?" And then like when the triangle comes, this is just like, ding! I'm like, holy shit! So yeah, don't
Uh,
listen to if you want to enjoy, don't pay attention to the triangle. You'll
Okay,
I'm
know
never
it's
good
funny.
listening
to
to it
know.
ever again, so it's
Yeah.
preserved perfectly in my head.
Yeah.
Perfect. Dude, I'm looking at Ludacris songs right now.
Yeah.
I'm like surprised that I don't. Oh, Moneymaker is the one that I'm thinking of.
All right. Have you ever had a cereal, Ludacrisps?
There's
No.
no way. Is that real?
No, I
That's
just made
good.
it up.
Oh, dude, I was
dude,
like,
what? You what? Dude, yeah, that damn, you really got me, bro. I thought
Yeah.
that was
I
real. That
love
is something he would
cereal.
do.
What's your favorite hip hop cereal?
Bro, I
Hip
wish
hop
there was hip hop.
cereal.
Dude, it is technically hip hop. Cracklin' Oat Bran. They
Mhm.
Oh, that
spell
shit
it
is hip hop.
Cracklin with the apostrophe. That's hip hop. That's pretty
Cracklin Oat Bran is really fucking good. I'm trying
Dude,
to think of
they
another
market
fun.
that cereal as healthy, and if you read the ingredients, you're eating like 7 cups of sugar per
Yeah, that
bite.
goes hard.
It's such bullshit, bro.
It tastes amazing, so it makes sense.
Did you
I'm
remember when people said stop eating sugar because it makes you hyper?
yeah.
Yeah,
Is
what
that
was up with
true?
that? I thought that was like with kids.
I was reading like some science behind it. Like sugar doesn't make you hyper. It actually like slows you down. If you want to get
Yeah, that
hyper, eat
makes sense. You get
carbs.
sluggish.
Yeah, because you have a sugar crash or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what? That's so crazy. This just gave me a crazy flashback. Do you remember the show like Super Nanny or something like that used to
Yeah.
air on TV?
I used to
Where
want her to just spank me and hit me and abuse me and say horrible things to me.
I remember watching it as a kid. It was like on just daytime TV where this nanny would go and just have to deal with these like wretched children that just like wouldn't behave and try to like give the parents tips to make their kids behave better.
Yeah.
And I was a kid, like I was probably watching it and I was like 7 or 8 or something. And one of the kids on that they were showing when he was acting really bad is like he ate sugar or he had candy or something, and they were filming him running around the house, and he was going up to the camera and going like hyper, hyper. And even as a kid, I was watching that and I was like, that shit is fake. That does not
Yeah.
happen.
That
when
kid,
you
I
eat
guarantee
cereal.
you, became a theater kid or a theater major at a college,
Absolutely. I
bro.
was just like, what a fucking dork. Why the hell would you why would you act like that on live TV, you fucking loser?
Yeah. This
Where
is
would-
influencer behavior.
Oh god, that's just classic.
Do you remember Extreme Makeover Home Edition?
Of course.
I've
That was
always
great
wanted one
too.
of those and asked my parents, I'm like, Mom, Dad, could we get an Extreme Makeover Home Edition? And they were like, you got to get cancer first. And I was like, God damn it.
That's wait, isn't it Sugar Ray who hosts that show?
No, it's Ty something.
Oh, it looks like Sugar Ray. He's
More
got the
like
didn't he have the
Sugar Ray the singer? Yeah, I was about to say that's my favorite clip, dude.
Sugar Gay?
Have you seen
They-
that?
Yeah, he punches the
Yeah.
kid.
Dude, so fucking funny, dog.
That's classic.
Something he was either having a very bad day or he's been called that for many years because
Yeah.
the anger he unleashed after that one phrase is like it does not feel justified even remotely.
He probably got that his whole life. He was like, this is the point.
I'm not gonna take it
Different
anymore.
point, yeah.
I'm
It's
standing
like-
up.
When people
I-
call
I-
me FrankJavCee, like if I hear it one more time, I'm just gonna have a Bjork moment on them. You ever seen Bjork where she beat up the
Yeah,
Oh
she
hell yeah,
beat up
dude.
that
Yeah.
bitch. That's
how I'm
dope
trying to
fucking-
be.
I
You
love
know, as that
movie.
reporter was getting her ass kicked, she's like, people are going to be on my side. And then to this day, if anyone posts it, they're like, kill that bitch, Bjork! Kill that
like,
bitch!
It's just because Bjork is like Bjork seems so ethereal and
Mhm.
chill and like on another plane of dimension that it just makes you think like that reporter must have been so fucking annoying for
Yeah,
Bjork too.
because there is like a story behind her. Apparently, she was like really like antagonistic towards Bjork, and then when she saw her, she like kicked her ass. But like,
Yeah,
did
good.
you know Bjork has a son that put out like an emo record in 2013 that's all about like liking a girl who doesn't like him back, and he just wrote a bunch of like angry love songs about it.
Oh, I didn't know
Interesting.
that.
Is
I
it
didn't
any
even know
good?
she had
it's
kids.
it's rated really low on like Rate Your
Oh,
Music.
really?
Whoa.
He
It
got
became
he,
kind of like a meme.
dang. He got his musical talent from his dad, I guess.
Basically.
Did not work out well.
Is that how genetics work? Like you get one parent more than the other?
I don't know. I had somebody said something funny that was like one of my coworkers was talking to me about how Shaquille O'Neal
Yeah,
has like 10 or 11 kids and
that's
like they're
crazy.
and
You
a
could
lot of them
totally
are
afford that.
huge. Like, dude, I know. Well,
Yeah.
he can't afford it, but it's like the kids are massive because even if Shaq was married to like a small woman, he is just so big that they would still be like 6 feet tall. Like, but like I think his kids are massive. But I
That's
thought
like
it was
an
interesting.
army. Like in a couple
Seriously,
years, we're gonna
Can
have
you
to be-
imagine somebody not realizing whose house they're breaking into, and it's
Yeah.
like literally a family of 10 like gargantuan humans. But like he I was talking to my buddy about it, and I was like, yeah, it's kind of crazy that all of those guys are probably about the age that Shaq was when he joined the NBA. So why do none of them play? And he said the same line, that he was like, they got their basketball talent from their mom. Like they're like just not good
Oh
enough
no.
to play. They're just these like big people with no basketball skills whatsoever. What are you gonna do?
I wonder
But-
what they're gonna do next. I think because Shaq is like a DJ now. Like instead of like
Dude, that
Yeah, and,
video
like,
of him
Loki-
mosh pitting. Have you
Yeah.
seen him in the mosh?
Is he
mosh
actually
pit?
like hitting people?
No, he's like throwing. He's just standing in the middle, and it's like a circle of like teenagers with like long stringy hair, and they're running at him one at a time, and he's just like tossing them like it's like nothing. Dude, it's awesome.
I like that picture of Shaq with like a normal sized water bottle.
I love that.
Oh yes, dude.
I love that, dude. So cute.
God, I
Dude,
wish
yeah.
that were me. I wish there was a way we could manipulate our genes so I could just be like 7 feet tall.
Oh,
I thought you
yeah.
meant you wanted to be the water bottle.
Yeah, that's
I was
it.
like, oh, all right, all right.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
Well,
I
dude,
wouldn't mind.
I was seeing I saw all those. There's like a photo shoot of Shaq and Hasbulla were hanging out together. Did you see
I
that?
saw that. Yeah.
Is that
dude.
the really
Yeah.
tiny person?
He's a little.
Yes.
He's that little tiny guy from like, where is he from? Like Romania? I don't
Turkey?
even know.
I thought.
Is he Turkish?
I could be wrong. He might not
That'd
be
be so
Turkish.
sick, just holding him in the palm of his hand.
Dude, he's really little, and like something news just broke recently because I think Hasbulla up until like a week ago was like one of the most beloved
Yes.
America
yes,
or like in the
yes.
world, and then all of a sudden like some news broke that he like hates women or something, and everybody was like, I can't believe this, and I'm like, dude, this is like,
Wow,
I was
he's
like,
so based.
Yeah, it's like I was just like, first of all, I'm like, what do you expect from this guy who like I know nothing about this dude except for that
Mhm.
he's tiny. Why would you impose any of your like
As soon as I see anyone on the internet, I just suppose like I put all my worldview directly into them, and if they skewer off a little bit, then I just instantly hate them.
Kill
dude,
them.
yeah,
Kill
I
them,
love
bro.
Hasbulla's so funny. Like any memes or photos that I see of him always crack me up. I just love
Didn't
that
he
kid.
like get in a fight with another little person and they fought?
Yeah, that was
Did he
the
actually?
first. That was the first video I ever saw of him. It's two. I think they have the same. I'm assuming the same genetic.
Yeah, and they were
Uh,
both like famous, and they had beef, and then they were
Yeah,
fighting. And
they're
people were
like-
filming it.
They're like two little guys, and there's like a normal sized guy who's like
Uh-huh.
sitting on the ground, and he's just like whoa, 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 like holding them back, like not exerting any effort, just like whoa, break it up, and they're both like swinging, trying to like hit each other, but they're so little. Oh my god! But I think the beef has been squashed. I follow Hasbulla very closely, and I've seen
Okay,
now
cool.
I saw photos of them together, and Hasbulla's holding a little bird like this, and
Aw.
the other one's petting the bird. Yeah, they're just like,
Oh, that's sweet, dude.
that's cute. Yeah.
So the two extremes, be either a really huge person or a really tiny person. What do you choose?
Huge Well,
That's a good question.
I think I'd go huge. Although there is a benefit. Apparently, if you're small, I think it's different though if you're like a dwarf level. But if you're like small, you live longer because like your
Really?
body has to work like 3 to 4 times as hard to keep the blood pumping.
Oh, interesting. I never
all
thought
around.
about that.
As a 5'9" man, that's what I tell myself. Like I'm good being this height. I'll live longer than these
Yeah.
people.
I mean, the
Benches,
dude,
smoke.
the tallest dude who ever lived, who I think was like 8 foot something, he only lived to like 22.
Well, dude, if this
Um,
is the one I'm thinking about, the fucking idiot, he had to get custom made shoes. And I
Yeah.
guess the guy who made him his shoes was a fucking idiot because there was a nail in the shoe that's sticking up
What?
that he
What?
cut himself on and then died from it was like tetanus or something.
What a fucking idiot.
Dude,
Dude,
literally.
this guy, oh my god, dude, can you imagine killing the tallest? It's like you killed the tallest man in the
Yeah.
world.
Over your shoes, you're supposed to. That's your
Literally
career.
your only job. Dude, I
Yeah.
just looked it up. It's this guy, Robert. Also, how the fuck? How would you make a shoe that has a nail sticking up in it? Like,
Dude, literally
how
seems
fucking
like
dumb are you?
literally the key of making a shoe is to not have a nail
Yeah.
in the shoe. I feel like
What if he
that's
did it on purpose? There's something going on here now.
Dude,
There's something
I
a
am-
little
the
suspicious.
second tallest guy paid him off.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to find out what that guy's name is right now because I'm on the Robert Wadlow Wikipedia page, who is the tallest person in recorded history for whom there is irrefutable evidence. He was 8'11".
Jesus
Dude, he was
Christ.
basically, when he wore shoes, he was probably 9 feet tall.
Robert Wadload is such a good porn name.
Robert Wide Load. Let's see. Damn, dude, he wore a fucking US okay, here. Who can guess? His shoe size.
35.
26.
Dude, Frank, you were like really close. 37.
Damn.
Shoe size. That's a big.
Christ.
How big was this fucking nail, dude? Like, why would you? Fucking. I'm gonna find out why this guy killed him.
Was I right? Is this the same guy?
Okay,
he had a wingspan of 9'5". He could have taken off.
This is the one that he kind of looks like H.P. Lovecraft a little bit in the face, right?
Who? This guy? Let me see.
Yeah.
Just everyone from that time period had the same face.
Yeah, there's something going on with that.
You know what? I hate to ruin your bit, Zach.
No.
It is not. At least according to Wikipedia, and you know, nobody edits Wikipedia. This shit is always accurate. But it says it was actually a faulty ankle brace that irritated his ankle, and it led to an infection, which did eventually.
Okay, so
you were close.
Per
but
usual,
it wasn't...
I had about 50% of the information correct.
I was literally ready to research the manufacturer of that shoe and find his like next of kin and bully them online and be like, "Yo, your great grandfather killed the tallest man in the world." But that did not happen. It was just a faulty leg brace, which at that time they were probably using fucking like wood and I don't know, like parsnips.
Gum,
like how do you
chewing gum? Yeah.
How the fuck do you put that shit together?
Have you guys seen that operation that's really popular in India? A bunch of like 5'3" guys fly over, but they take your legs at the knee, they shatter your bone, and then they put these metal rods in that literally give you 2 or 3 more inches.
Ew.
And then, dude, you can't run for the rest of your life. Like,
that sucks.
running is impossible, but it's like, I can't imagine handicapping myself like that just for 3 inches.
Can you imagine you fly to India, you get the surgery done, you're a foot taller, and all of a sudden they're like, the building's on fire! Everybody, get out! And you're just like, you can't.
Please help.
That would be
or even worse, you come back home and everyone's like, being short's in now. If you're tall, that's kind of cringe.
True. Yeah, that'd be crazy. Or everybody's like obsessed with Hasbulla and they're like, God, I wish I looked like
this is the ideal male form. You know, in India, the #1 porn search that they look for is breastfeeding.
Oh, hell yeah.
Call me Indian.
Show bub.
It's like,
bub, baby.
That's funny. We actually have somebody who regularly writes into the podcast on email that they send no subject. We don't know what their name is, but they just send photos of like breast sucking.
That's
like,
crazy.
Yeah.
That was weird. I was bottle fed, so I think that's kind of why I'm fucked up.
Oh, you just have no interest in that at all?
Whenever I see a nipple, I'm like,
Not for me. It's not for me.
Not for me.
Dude,
if I see
don't they
a cylindrical tube with a little nipple on top, I'm like,
oh, it's like,
she kind of bad. She's kind of bad, bro. Dude, what's the deal with that? Don't they say like if you're breastfed, you have like a higher IQ? Isn't it something weird? There's
I'm
something
stupid as fuck. Like, let's be real here.
Well, I was breastfed and I'm a moron.
You know the dude who wrote that article was breastfed, like
until age 15, and it's like, no, it's making me smarter.
No, you don't get it on
SAT scores.
Yeah, exactly.
This is gonna help me in high school.
Yeah. Dude, I had a cousin that breastfed super late, and my aunt was always like, don't make fun of him, it's normal. And it's like,
that goes hard.
Mikey, you're 30. You gotta move. You gotta move out, brother.
It's time. Yeah. That makes me think, was there anything that I'm trying to think, rack my brain too? Was there anything that like you remember in high school or middle school or even earlier that like people thought was weird, but now like you're an adult and you're like, it wasn't weird
bro,
at all.
I got ripped on for liking hentai porn.
What?
Oh, really?
My friends were like, dude, how can you even jack to that? And now I feel like I'm the king of
That's like common. That's like completely commonplace now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now these people have to grow up watching their children jacket to hentai fox women with 3 boobs. So it's like, I
that goes
won in
hard.
the end. I won in the end.
That goes extremely hard.
Gigantus. I just want them to pick me up and put me in their vagina, and then I'm rebirthed again.
Dude, I love tall women, but I do not understand because that's a huge fetish category, bro. Like,
There's a
9
fight
feet.
game about it. There's a fight, like an actual indie fighting game where you play gigantuses and they fight each other.
Now that's kind of hot.
They destroy
cool.
buildings and stuff. You can
But
step on.
the
dude,
dudes who
what?
like are like, I want to just, you can carry me around in your vagina, or like there's the foot giantess one where they want to get trapped in her shoe. And
Get
I'm
smashed in your armpit.
What do you get out of this?
Where does that? Well, that's always been my question. Is just, I know we're gonna get so many emails related to this now because
the
they're
thing
gonna be
is,
like, "Oh,
I'm
no,
really
actually-"
into the brain. Like it's all brain synapses.
Right.
So I remember I was like, why do people have foot fetishes? And then I started Googling like how our brain interprets like our touch. And for some reason, there's a chimera of feeling in the back of your brain because it's like all warped and stuff. So like your lips have like a big sensitive area. So like you feel your lips more, you feel the tips of your fingers. Your genitals and feet are right next to each other in that part of the brain. And like they found it by like opening up people and then like having them touch around, be like, where are you feeling the sensation? So like because of how close they are in proximity, people, I guess the synapses fire and it crosses around. It's like basically making a remix in your brain for what you like.
That's dude,
Yo,
that's
hell
crazy.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. I
Science
mean,
of fetishism.
I was always I always kind of wondered like where some of that, because that stuff like, okay, I want to be smushed in a shoe by a giantess. It's like, how do you guys even know that you like this shit? It's like that never could have happened to you in your life.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean?
It's almost
there's
impossible. Why do you like something that's almost impossible to happen?
Right.
I can tell you why. All these fetishes stemmed from Totally Spies, okay? Because that show has so many hidden
what?
fetish. Dude, have you ever seen that show? There's like an
seen it.
inflation episode and like a
You know what my
giantess
favorite thing
episode?
about people that are artists or animators? They're all so crazy fucked up with that. Like it's like,
Oh,
yes.
I'm really good at creating things visually. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna create inflation. Like I
Have
remember
you,
the first time I saw someone inflated, I was like, holy shit, I'm gonna invest all of this time into it.
Yeah, that shit just makes no sense. Wait, I see that we're less than a minute. Do you guys just want to run another? We would run another block, right?
Yeah.
You want to run another block?
Let's do it. I can run another one. Yeah, let's do it.
Alright,
Because
cool.
that first one, Frank's audio was a little.
Yeah.
It's a
and
little crispy.
kinda
It may be
crispy.
usable though. I'll check it. But all
like
right,
just let me
send
know.
you a link.
I
in
like
the
this
live.
one. That's fine.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah.
sounds good. Hell
Oh,
yeah.
You got a joke
So
for us,
go.
Harris?
Oh, okay, I got a joke for you. So Brie Larson
Mhm.
is the size of a building.
Yes.
All right.
You
And
have my attention.
and I walk up to the building and I say, wait a minute. Shouldn't there be wait, no. Sorry, let me start over.
Mhm, mhm.
So
We're talking about how all our haters are ugly.
Yeah, you ever notice that everyone that hates you is just really ugly? And it's like, I'm sorry
yeah.
if
What do
you're
you want me
like
to-
that.
Dude,
I know,
for
what do you
me,
want me to do?
99% of the time, if it's like a crazy hate comment and I go to the profile, usually they retweet it. You don't even have to go to their likes, but it's all like lolly porn. And not like
What's
borderline
up
lolly
with
porn,
that,
like
right?
literally like a
yeah,
baby.
dude. I
It's
mean,
crazy, dude.
I don't know why. I think it's also for some reason it's like I can see it clearer when I've had a little to drink and I'm scrolling through Twitter. Like I think there's something like when I'm scrolling through Twitter and I'm sober, I'm like looking at people and I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe there's all these like people that hate Jews and hate these kind of people and hate black people and all this crazy shit, like saying insane things. I'm like, I can't believe these people are real and stuff like that. But when I drink, it's like I can scroll through Twitter and I see shit like that and I'm like, oh my god, like this person is like an idiot. Like this person's so dumb. Like there's something more like funny about it when you look at it that way. It's like you really cannot take any of that
Like
shit
I do like
seriously.
when every so often I'll get like an unhinged person that just becomes hyper obsessed with letting me know that they dislike me or my art or my content. And like when I'll scroll through their shit, I'm like, holy shit, like this is what you like? This is what you're actually how you
Seriously.
view the world.
See, I'm
And there
shocked.
is like some studies that internet trolls are actually like sociopaths. Like This is kind of
Really?
we're getting into some crazy territory, but I used to
Go
have this
ahead.
hater. His name was Vaporwave, right? And they
Mhm.
would always, I'd always just like ignore them, mute them, but they would always comment on everything, something negative. And then one day, like this producer guy was like, "Hey, let's collab, let's hang out, let's do stuff." And I was like, "Okay, awesome, cool." I went to go collab with them, and like there was something just off. I couldn't like really say what it was, but I could like sense it underneath it. There was something like weird about them. And then they explained to me they had a DIDS. Do you know what DIDS is?
No.
Is that like the
Dis
personality thing?
Yeah, dissociative identity disorder. So they had multiple personalities, most of which were anime girls, but one of them was an aggressive guy
Whoa.
named Vaporwave, and I was like, it was like one of those slow zooms on my face, and I'm like, I need to get the fuck out of here.
Yes.
Yeah,
dude.
what the fuck,
Wait,
man?
when he was in his cool DJ phase, did he not?
Mhm.
Was he aware of Vaporwave existing, or was it
Who?
like a?
No, well, they it was kind of like, from what I heard, like they kind of black out, and sometimes they communicate with each other, and sometimes they don't. I don't know anything. I'm not like a trained psychologist. I can't say like this person is saying it was authentic or not. But all I knew is was like, I'm sorry, but we cannot work together. I need to get out of here. And I
Evacuate,
yeeted.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Wow,
that was the
that's
first time I tried
insane.
magic mushrooms, because like I
Oh
was
my
in
God.
San Diego, and I had a friend that was a bouncer at a nightclub, and he would just like DM me on Instagram. I don't know what's up with it. Like every so often I'll make a friend and they just talk to me on Instagram all the time. They'll just send me a meme or something. I was like,
Uh-huh.
"Hey, can you drive me to LA? Because like I don't have a car." So like I was just like, this guy took me from LA to San Diego. Can you take me back? And he's like, "Sure." And then he opens up the glove compartment and out drops like literally like a 2-pound bag of magic mushroom. He's like, "Take how much you want." And I was like, "Really?" And I was just like,
Whoa.
What?
and like we're talking about like life and stuff. I'm explaining the situation I was in. He's like, "Yeah, that's kind of whack." And I was like, "Yeah." And then I look outside and like all the colors of like the street lamps and stuff start like twirling into like
Oh,
infinity. And I
cool.
was like, "Whoa."
Yeah, that's awesome. Jesus,
Yeah.
man. Dude, yeah, I would be interested in like having some type of like one-on-one like talk with somebody who's like a hater. I don't know.
Yeah.
It really doesn't make sense to me. I
I
think
mean,
I'm
I did get in to have a conversation with him, like one-on-one, like after I connected two
yeah.
and two together. I
It
wasn't
sounds
like,
like you
"I'm
learned a
about to get the
lot.
fuck out," because like I
Yeah.
actually learned a lot more about them too, and like their beliefs, their core structure. I don't want to like kind of say their name out loud, because like they change their identities a lot, but they still kind of try to get in contact with me every so often.
Hmm.
Like when they saw I did Bee and Puppy Cat, they messaged me, "Hey, I saw you on Bee and Puppy Cat. This is what I look like now," and I was like,
Oh my God, dude.
but it was like a DM, but I left them on like you ever just scroll through your DMs? Like I used to have my DMs open all the time, but then there was like a
Mhm.
point where I was like, I need to close this shit. Some unhinged motherfuckers are in
Oh
here.
yeah. No, I have my DMs open, but I don't get too much unhinged shit. I get DMs almost every day from people, but most of it is just like on Instagram, on Instagram, the DMs that I get are mostly just like LOL or like crying laughing emoji, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, this doesn't really warrant a reply, even though I appreciate it. It's just
Yeah.
like what I can't really say anything to that. And
What's
then
the like hardest question you've ever received in a DM?
oh, well, I told Zach it wasn't a question, but the things that make me sweat is when it happens every once in a while that somebody messages me on Twitter and they're like, yo, hop on Fortnite, yo, hop on like whatever or something like that.
Mhm.
And I'm just like, sometimes I'll respond and just be like, haha, because it's nice that they're they're reaching out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm working right now, but maybe later. But I suck at video games. Like I suck especially at like online
Yeah.
multiplayer.
I
So
love video games. I
I mean,
love
I
Dance
like
Dance
video
Revolution.
games.
That's
Oh,
my
hell
game.
yes.
Are you good at that?
Yeah, and I love Guitar Hero. Anything rhythm, like what is it, Friday Night Funkin'? Like I could just be like, bum, 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 bum,
Oh,
bum,
that's
bum.
what's up.
Dude, do you even
Yeah.
need the dance mat for Dance Dance Revolution anymore, or is it all?
No,
like,
you could just do it for fun, but like if you want to like have points, but like the shitty thing is like the USB ones, there's like delays and stuff. You can't like emulate Dance Dance Revolution, like because there's like latency between like the game and the controllers, like the way it works now. So that's why you have to get like an arcade. Like if you want to be like legit, you either go to an arcade all the time or have one. So I'm trying to build financial
Interesting.
security to just have one.
That'd be
dude,
dope.
there was this kid
Pretty dope.
growing up who like, yo, did you hear like this kid he's so good at Dance Dance Revolution, he can do every song perfectly on like hard mode. We come see this. So like we went over to his house, and I was like, this is gonna be sick. And he just put the dance pad out in front of him, and then just used his hands the whole time. And I was just like,
What?
I
What?
was like, this, what are you doing?
That's
I don't
crazy.
care. And he's, dude, isn't this sick? And I was like, no.
That's such a
No.
good like
Dumb.
lead up for a bit. Be like, look at me, look at how fast my hands move.
I know.
I am
What
highly
the fuck?
disappointed.
I was so pissed, dude, because I thought this dude was gonna be busting moves and
Yeah,
shit.
busting a
and I was
move in front of us.
Dude,
literally
what
so
the
cringe,
fuck?
dude. I
Did he
was
have
so
high-strung
angry.
twink energy?
No, but he was normally like he was the dude who was like played every video game. He imported like FFX, the Japanese version, because there's
Yeah.
like 3 extra summons you can get or whatever. But
Interesting.
it was whack, dude. I was so pissed.
What are your favorite types of games?
Dude, I love like it's so hard to find a good one, but like a horror game, like
Okay, those go
not
hard.
even like full on horror, but like BioShock. I
Yeah.
love
That's great.
BioShock, bro. I play that like once every few months.
I mean, I love platformers. I love horror games too. Dude, Zach or Frank, did you ever play PT? Do you know what that is?
No.
No.
PT was
This
this
ET's cousin.
No, it was this limited release game. I think it was only for PlayStation 4 or something like that.
Wait, is it like the Silent Hill game?
It was a I think PT is short for playable teaser or something like that. And it's like
I-
We walk
okay.
around the house?
Yeah, I know what you're talking
you're
about.
you're basically walking in a circle around a house.
Oh yeah, I
but
like that one. That one goes
Dude,
hard.
it is so scary, and to my knowledge, you cannot get it anymore. It was just available at this limited release on a PlayStation. So
Yeah.
unless you downloaded it in that time, I don't think unless maybe you can like torrent it some way. But dude, it is the scariest game I've ever played. It's like a very simple concept, but
Yeah.
every time you loop through the house, there's like something changes, and it keeps getting and you're basically being pursued by this like malevolent
Oh, that's kind of creepy.
Guillermo del
Have you played
Toro type
Layers of
villain.
Fear?
No.
What is that?
Layers of Fear is like that. It's a psychological horror game where you're a painter who like basically you're in a Victorian house, and it is kind of like that where each room you go into is a different room, and you just like as it unlocks, like this painting that you're painting like unravels before you, and
Oh,
like
what?
apparently like it's like this alcoholic painter who may have like murdered his wife and stuff, and it's like
What?
this
Nice.
That's crazy.
yeah, so
That-
check out
it's-
Layers of Fear. I play that game like you said, like every like once a year or something. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna play this game again. And I played it in VR because like you
Yeah.
could like look around and stuff, but I got such a headache because like there was a moment where I was like, oh, I could turn while sitting completely still. So I stood up and I was looking around and just spinning around, and then I got really
Oh.
nauseous.
Was that
Yeah.
what gave you the headache, or
Yeah.
was it actual VR?
No, it was just spinning around. Like it felt like I was actually like spinning around. Like as a little
Oh.
kid, I loved spinning. Like one of my things was I would just spin until I got sick, or sometimes I would like put my head over a bed and just get lightheaded until I felt weird. Like I've always liked
Oh,
feeling
hell yeah.
weird.
Interesting.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's cool.
Dude, the reason I don't want to get into VR is step one, the money. Obviously, it's kind of expensive. But then
Yeah.
the second reason is I bought when. Do you guys remember when the 3DS came out?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was a Nintendo fanatic, bro. I saved up. I pre-ordered. I was like, dude, 3D. This is gonna be insane. And then, I played that thing to shit for like 6 years, hours and hours a day. I maybe used the 3D thing once because it literally made your eyeballs feel like they were
It's
crawling
weird.
out of your head.
It's
bro.
weird.
Bleeding.
I
It
mean,
was so painful.
My experience with VR, there was one time that I went over to a buddy's house like fairly recently, and he was like, dude, my sister just got an Oculus, and we have some games on it. You got to try it out. It's like really crazy. And the games, first of all, the ones that they had were kind of like limited. It was more games that kind of just let you experience like the Oculus, but they weren't really,
Like simple stuff.
they were simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of them was that you literally would you're in VR, you put the headset on, because the first thing that you do, you're holding two things, and you have the headset on, and you put the thing on, and it basically puts you in this weird little like blank white like lobby, and you use the finger things to draw like the area around you that is like walkable, that so you're not
Oh,
hitting
I've
I've
seen
seen
anything.
that where you could like make like 3D.
It's
like,
kind
it
of
would
like
be
you're like
AR art.
yeah,
almost.
it's sort of like at that point you're in like AR. Yeah, sorry, you're not in a white lobby at that point. You're in like AR, and you just draw the circle that like you can stand in.
So you
And
don't
then-
walk into the wall.
Exactly. And then it just like curtains comes down like droop, and you're like in the like main lobby. And I think the one that they had at least looked like a jungle or something, and you're in there, and it's like very weird. And then we played this game first where it's like a walk the plank game where you
Oh, yeah, that's the
go-
one where people have videos where they're always jumping and hitting.
yeah,
the
they like you go into it. First of all, says like this game is not for children. if you
Yeah.
walk off the plank, you will fall. It's not a gimmick. It's not a gag.
Yeah.
You will fall off the thing.
If you die in the
And
game, you die in real life. It's like one of
yeah, and
those.
it's literally like you get into an elevator, you walk into a building, you get into an elevator, it takes you all the way up. And when you're looking through the elevator, you can see this little crack. You can see you're going like higher and higher, and it opens up, and there, it's just like an open door to like a plank over a city. And as
Yeah.
soon as you walk out of the elevator and you're outside, because there's like a headphone aspect to it too, it sounds like all of a sudden you can hear the wind and like the
Oh,
birds
hell
around
yeah.
It
you.
has like
It's
360
very
audio.
legit. Yeah. And you're like, and as you're stepping on the plank, it's going like creak. And you're just like, you're like, oh fuck, oh fuck. And we played a few, there were a few other games. Like there was one that we did that was like a roller coaster, but I want to say we played for something like 30 to 45 minutes before I started to feel queasy. I was just like,
Yeah.
this is starting to make me sick. And it made me kind of, maybe the technology will improve or something will change, but it made me come away from it thinking, I don't think this is the future. I think it's always going to be a gimmick because I don't think the human body can actually reasonably play this more than like 30 minutes to an hour.
You're pretty
a
much
day.
saying, Mark Zuckerberg, you're fucked.
Mark
Yeah.
Zuckerberg,
Your meta endeavors.
give up. Give up. Yeah, it's. I mean, the
My
metaverse
only
looks like
criticism
shit
of
anyway.
it is I wish it was more lightweight, like just putting on glasses, because it's so much
Yeah.
easier. And like you could see outside, but also like do other shit like multitask and stuff. So I
Yeah.
think AR is where things may head. I don't know
AR.
anything about technology, but like
Yeah.
my favorite game to play in VR is a spray painting game. So like people that actually spray paint say that like VR spray painting is very similar to how it actually feels, like the paint going on the wall and like moving your hands and stuff. So like there's
That's
really good like
cool.
tagging simulators, and I would just like draw like pink dicks on everything, and I was like, okay,
hell
That's
yeah.
ever
dope.
given the chance, I could really make like a really good meaty uncircumcised penis on a wall if I choose to.
Well, dude,
Like in
that,
real life.
Wait,
Yeah.
is I don't know if this is the concept or if it's not the concept, it should be. It should be that the whole world is basically on one giant server, and that if you have the app, you can see all of the tags that other people have made, basically,
Oh,
like
that would be
in
sick,
AR.
dude.
That would be fucking dope. And then
Yeah.
other people are walking around, they don't
Digital
even know what's
graffiti.
going on. That's kind of fucking cool, actually.
Be a bunch of memes everywhere.
I mean, dude, if you have do you guys have iPhone or you guys
I have
have
I'm
iPhones?
Samsung, but I have an Oculus 2.
Oh, that's
Yo,
cool.
bro.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people don't know that on the iPhone, probably Samsung has something like this too. You have this thing called the Measure app, which lets you
Oh
like,
yeah, I
it's
like
like
measuring
it
stuff.
is AR, and you can kind of like, it's like if you're selling a couch or something on Craigslist, you can be like, oh, they're like, how big is it? You can literally just like click, and it tells you
It
how
doesn't
big.
Always do
work
that
for
for
me.
dick pics. I just like
Yeah,
measure.
for dick
Well, I was
pics.
gonna say it
It's like
clearly doesn't
2
work, bro.
inches. What the
Yeah,
hell? This thing
exactly.
is broken. Yeah, that's good. Oh, did I ruin your bit, Zach?
Yes, you
Oh,
jerk.
sorry.
You jerk. Nah, you crushed it. You
It was
crushed it.
good. It was kind of a low hanging fruit.
Mhm.
That's me.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, wow.
Frank, I was gonna ask you actually, what like
Mhm.
is your background in music, or did you start with video editing and then
You know what
start
it
doing
is? It's just like
music?
everything. So like I feel like with art, like it's literally everything. Like I
Mhm.
draw, I've done some animation, I've done video editing, I've done sound. But I think at the root of it, since I'm like really like low-key spiritual about shit, like I think music is like a very strong aspect or glue of like
Mhm.
art. So like if you see anything that's like big, like a lot of people associate music with it. Like let's say movies, video games, like in
Mhm.
literature, not really. That's more like a story thing. But yeah, I guess sound would be my number one thing. Because did you know, like when you're like being born or created, one of your first senses is sound, and then like when you die, one of the last senses to go is sound. So like
Oh,
it's
Really?
something
damn.
about waves, yeah. And
That's
I'm also into
interesting.
quantum physics. Once you look into that shit, it goes like, wow, what the fuck is reality?
Damn,
What a
what?
happy little song.
That's
This
fucking
is
cool,
deep.
dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
I
like
mean,
language, did you know like humans when we started like learning how to talk to each other, we only learned how to talk to each other after we started making music. That's why birds are the only animals that could like talk because they can sing songs. So like the more
Mm.
melodic and rhythmic you get, the more you develop like this kind of innate sense to be like, let me show you how I feel. It's like
Mhm.
feeling transferred through sound.
Well, there is I mean, that's what there's a phrase, it's like the music of conversation. Like people talk about, you know, even when we're just speaking, there's like a natural rhythm to it that's
Yeah.
going to flow. Yeah.
It's like when you vibe with someone. Like right now, we're trying to create a harmony. We're each
sure.
hitting different notes, and like if we come together and it sounds good, it's like a little song.
For sure. Do you have a music project that you're working on right now?
Yeah, I'm really into city pop. So I've been making like a bunch of like
What is
Hell
city
yeah.
pop?
That's like the Japanese, like almost like disco
so
sounding
like
pop, right?
in Japan, they had like a huge economic boom during the 70s. So they were like really like their economy was like booming. They suddenly had like Western influences for the longest time. Like during World War II, they were very like, what is the word? Like traditionalist, very much isolationist. But then when they started like getting more culture involved, they started like creating their own disco and dance music. So like because it probably took like it came out in the 70s and 80s, but it took like 50 years for the internet to exist, people to upload it. People are refinding these songs and making them like #1 hits or viral hits because we never had the access to it. So I've been like digging deep in that Japanese jazz pop like era.
Damn.
And what I do is I just listen to it and I play along to it. So I play like sax, guitar, piano,
Oh, that's
drums, and
sick.
like we'll listen to it and like to get the vibe, you just kind of like play along with them. So like
hell
the
yeah.
more you play along with some like I don't know like with something or someone, you kind of get the essence. So that's what I've been doing is like city pop stuff.
I know that I
People
know
want me
this
to
is
do
probably oh yeah, synthwave is sick too.
yeah.
I know this is like the most entry level probably city pop, but that song Plastic Love
Yeah,
fucking
that's a
Oh,
banger. That's
rides.
banger,
hard.
dude.
Yeah,
Banger.
that and that's very emblematic of like the vibe. I've heard some other city pop, like I think I've explored like a city pop playlist based on Plastic
Based?
Love.
Yeah.
It is extremely based. And yeah, dude, that vibe is so clean. It's
Yeah,
nice
and
for
it's like
the
coming back in like the weekend, like he's one of the biggest artists, like he sampled city pop and vaporwave and synthwave on his new records. And like
that's awesome.
yeah, the internet does affect the mainstream, so now it's like blowing up where people are like doing that sort of stuff. But I just like good music. Like I've been I try to tell myself not to be closed-minded when it comes to music, because you know, like you meet people that are like, I listen to everything but country and rap. Like I'm the
Yeah.
type of person where it's like I will listen to everything. I need to
Everything
hear everything just so I could know
for
how
sure.
rhythms and melodies change.
And actually
Even experimental harsh shit. Like you ever listen to harsh noise?
Or
yeah,
like
that
ambient or
No, it's just like horrible
Merzbow,
noise.
yeah,
Yeah.
word.
Merzbow, and like I listened to some actually I have a record. I just got a vinyl that's a Boris Merzbow collaboration
Oh,
record.
interesting.
It's
Yeah,
really
Merzbow gives me like
Merzbow's
psycho
gnarly.
hallucinogenic vibes. Like if you listen to it nonstop, you're like, well, my reality is on a different plane.
It's a little insane, like to actually sit and if somebody actually like sits and listens to that, it's literally just like it is literally just harsh noise. Is the only
Yeah,
way I can
because like
describe
from
it.
my where I'm at on the internet, I meet a lot of unhinged people just based off of sound. Like they're like, yeah, I listened to
Mm,
this experimental harsh thing, or like, oh, this person was like super mentally unwell and they did horrible shit. Let's listen to their music. And I'm like,
yeah,
okay, let's do that.
yeah,
But I
dude.
also love pop music. That's one of my weird things is I love pop music because it's so formulaic. It's like to me, like I'm also into memes, and memes are like an evolution of like culture and ideas. So like you
Sure.
guys make memes all the time. So your memes are almost like crystallized forms of an idea that everyone just gets, and that's why they retweet it, that's why they share it, that's why they
Mm,
emulate it. But like with songs, like it's also the same way. Like what songs go viral? Like you have like Little Nas X, his song went viral because it just resonated with everyone, to so
hmm
much so that everyone starts like mimicking it and ripping it off and just repeating it. So that's
Sure.
one of the things I love about pop music is it's just like a blender of every song that has ever come before it.
dude,
Yeah.
am I misquoting you, Harris? You were saying like modern pop isn't as good as the 2000 stuff.
I was kind of saying stuff like that. I know there are still really talented musicians
But
making
you know
music
what it
right
is?
now,
It's
but
because time
radio
filters
hits.
it. As
How
what we hear
so?
now, like is just like the top bubbling stuff. But what we'll
Oh,
hear 10
sure.
years from now is only the best of the best from that year. So that's why
Mm,
the songs that were the 2000s that we care about
Oh, that
are
makes
the ones
sense.
that
that does
filtered
make
through
sense.
time.
Yeah.
I do. I was like, I kind of agreeing with you though. I feel that way where it's like,
There was something about that time period where it felt there, of course, that people are getting really experimental with music right now, but pop music felt like they were doing some like weird things that wouldn't fly today. There's just
It might
something
have
like
been
people were making
technology.
choices. I don't know, yeah. Like, dude, I loved because this was also in that same era, 2006, 7. Like, I loved Gwen Stefani during that
Yeah.
era.
oh
But her
hell
Goes
yeah,
hard.
dude, that
fucking
banana song.
but yeah,
Yeah.
dude,
That
yeah,
shit goes bananas.
Holla Back Girl, and then she had like that. What's that
If I was a
Akon
rich
track?
girl. Na, na,
The
na, na,
Rich
na,
Girl.
na,
She had the one
na,
that's
na,
like
na.
woohoo, woo.
Yeah.
You
Oh
remember that, all
yes,
that shit?
yes.
And it's
Yeah.
like
Sweet
she was
Escape.
Sweet Escape, dude.
I
She
could
just like
escape.
That song, dude. Frank, you want a song that's gonna
Mhm.
get people hype at a DJ
Yes,
set?
yes, yes,
Play that
yes.
shit. Holla Back Girl too. Like I love that era, and even dude, even Britney Spears for some of that
Oh,
time
that's
period.
another
Like,
one. If I play Toxic, everyone
dude,
screams.
Oh hell yeah,
Toxic
dude.
is one of the best pop songs of all time, and it's just like there's just nobody's making shit that sounds like that now. Nobody was making shit that sounded like that then
Yeah.
either. But
Well, actually, you know what's crazy about that era? Because I'm like really into researching, and I'm like, why the fuck did this have like a vibe? So the Neptunes is a production duo between Pharrell and
Pharrell,
this
yeah.
other guy. I forgot his name, but they literally were like number one makers back in the day. Everyone came to them because they just made beats, like really
Mhm.
like funky beats. So if you look at like the Neptunes like discography, they have like literally 30 number ones, and like they were making like the legitimate sound of that era.
That is so crazy. But dude, they
Yeah.
were running shit back then because the
Yeah.
music was so good. Like, I mean, even stuff that was coming out with like the other pop star we had like Justin Timberlake. Like even the stuff like if you listen to some of that shit now, it's still catchy, but it's like
Cry me a
weird.
river.
Yeah, like Cry Me a River
Dude,
has
I
some
never
weird
understood the
sounds and
Justin
samples.
Timberlake love, bro. I hated that
What?
album.
Oh, really? I
I
love that
hated that
song.
album.
Cry Me a River fucking bangs,
Crazy,
dude.
Dude,
sexy
are the
love.
even the Sexy Back song? That's him, right?
I'm
Sexy
bringing
Back.
sexy
But
back.
again, that song is like that's like a choice. Like this, like it's using these really obnoxious honking horn sounds during. You know what I mean? Like it's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
it like it's still, but somehow they made this like really bizarre palette sound dirty and sexy. You know what I mean? Like
I
there's
like how
just
you're
something
like,
about
this
that
song was a
song.
choice. They
It was,
chose to
it
make that
was, it
song.
feel that's I think my issue with some of the pop songs now is that they're
Mhm.
really catchy, but there's nothing like it doesn't they don't feel bold. Like I don't
Yeah.
see
Well,
anything
what's like
that's
a
really
well, it could also be a reflection of the times. I feel like people play it safe.
people do play
You
it
know what I
safe.
mean? Like they want to be as palatable as possible. So there is like this kind of like weird kind of like desaturation because of like people don't want to get offended or want to hurt
Yeah.
other people or like cause them like I know Lizzo released an album where she rapped about spazzing, and that's like a really bad word in the
Oh
UK.
yeah.
So they
Yeah,
got
yeah.
really mad at her and she had to like, get rid of that, and she's like, oh, I didn't know.
No, I know. Yeah. Isn't that crazy though? Like that
Yeah.
I mean, you know what the other thing, I just thought about this today. It's so weird you bring it up. When I mail shit out to people, I
Uh-huh.
usually draw the Beetle Moses character throwing up like a peace sign like this. But
Mhm.
doesn't this is like fuck you in the UK or
I
something
think
like
it's
that? Like the
I think it's the
I think it's
facing you,
this.
but
This is okay though, right? Because
Yeah.
he's doing this. Okay, maybe I'm in the clear.
I'm
Because
always
I don't
doing
want
peace
people to think
signs.
that I'm mailing them shit, and it's just like
fuck
Yeah.
you, buddy.
Fuck you.
shit's funny to think about
Dude,
though.
you got to
Giving you
join me in
money.
just writing heinous, fucked up
I
shit
know,
on the packages, bro. People love it.
dude.
I
The
remember
post
one
office
guy
just
wrote to
hates
me,
me.
dude,
They
I'm
just hate
shocked
me
they
enough
still let me
already.
drop off mail. But I remember some kid hit me up one time. I was like, dude, the package came in. My mom was so fucking pissed. Like,
What did it say?
I don't even remember. But then a paragraph later, he goes, "Here's another $20. Can you send one even worse this time?" And I was like, bruh.
So good. Yeah,
They
that
usually are just like about gay porn, or like I'll have
Mhm.
like
it'll be like, here's your ISIS indoctrination manual or
yeah,
something
training
like that.
manual.
Training, like
Dude,
I
the
love
one I'm
that. Yeah.
shocked I didn't get in trouble for was like I murdered a woman in like 2012 or something, and the cops never caught me.
Yeah,
And
that goes hard.
yeah,
That
hell
goes
yeah,
stupid hard.
banger, brother.
Mhm.
Oh my God, speaking of fucking dude, I'm still working through American Psycho. I'm in like the last leg of it right now, but I'm reading the book American Psycho
Yeah,
right
how is
now.
it? Do you like it?
It's great, but I just read through a passage that it's not in the movie, where he goes on a date with one of like an old flame, like one of his girlfriends in college or something like that,
Dude,
and he brutally murders her in his apartment, and it's like in graphic detail, and I'm like sitting there reading this, and I'm like, dude,
Wow,
I
based.
understand why they left this out of the fucking movie. It was
dude,
just too gnarly.
is
Like,
this the chick he gives the poem to?
yes, he writes her a poem. Well, that scene is hilarious. When
That kills me, bro.
before they go to his apartment, they're having like pretty much the worst date of all time, but she's still somewhat interested because he's like very good looking. But he
Yeah.
like hands her a poem that he wrote, and he's also, I don't know if he's coked out or he's just really nervous, but he is just like shaking, and he's like barking at the waiter and doing like insane shit. And he's like, I wrote you this poem, and he hands her this like scrawled, like ripped up piece of paper with a poem, and he's like, read it out loud. And she's reading it, and it's like the most racist, like terrible shit ever. And
like
like
an
other
N-word every 3 words.
and like other people are like, he's saying that like other people sitting around them at the restaurant are like looking over at their table. And she just like hands it back to him, and she's like, oh, it's very good, Patrick. Like, very nice. It's a crazy scene. Yeah, dude, the book is ridiculous.
Yeah, women will
Yeah.
do some crazy shit for mediocre dick.
It's like, it's crazy.
As long as they have nice hair, baby.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I like having nice hair. I'm thinking about shaving it to look like Eggman soon.
Oh, that'd be
Oh, that
fucking
could be
cool,
dope,
dude.
bro.
Yeah. Have you ever met a sociopath in real life?
Yeah, I knew some.
Not that I know of.
Yeah, they're really charming and really nice.
Yeah.
Most of the time they're DJs and they're really good at singing and dancing.
Oh, hell yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, so I like hanging out with them. We usually do some crazy fucked up shit together.
Oh, that's cool.
What
Yeah.
is which is that the one where you have no empathy?
Yeah, it's basically like you have zero empathy, and
Yeah.
like so like the number one tell, you could like tell someone like your entire life story, be like super serious about like something that's happened to you, and they're like, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, there are times
Yeah.
where that is the only appropriate response, though. There's
Yeah.
times where someone's telling you a random story and you do not
Yeah.
know them, and it gets very brutal, and there's nothing else to say but,
Just like,
damn, that's crazy,
Damn,
dude.
that's
wild.
crazy.
That's crazy.
I like doing those.
We just had somebody post a meme of cold cuts that was just like, this is every episode, and it's like Zach making an off-color joke and me laughing, and then him being like, actually, that reminds me of this like deeply traumatic, terrible experience that I went through. And I'm like, oh, that's crazy, bro. Yo, check out this meme. And I like show him some stupid picture of a cat.
What's your favorite meme? Like, what's your go-to meme?
Oh, go-to meme? Well, this one is my favorite, which I have on my wall, which is the
Oh,
koala.
that's a
Oh, I
contender.
love the
That's a
penguin-
contender.
penguin.
That's definitely up there with
What
one
did,
of
wait,
my
Harris, what
favorites.
did you call him?
What did I say?
You said Kowalski.
Oh, I did. Sorry,
Skipper.
not Kowalski.
It's Skipper.
It's Skipper. Damn it.
Yeah, what was the movie called again?
Madagascar,
Madagascar.
right?
Yeah, Madagascar lore. I like Madagascar. Do you remember when Disney made like a knockoff Madagascar, but it did so well they just vaporized it off the earth?
What?
was
I
it?
don't even know.
It was
that
called
one.
like King of the Jungle. They legitimately just ripped off Madagascar, but they did
What?
so horrible, like they nuked it. It like you can probably find it on the internet. Let's see, King of the
Wait, Disney
King
made
of the
this, or
Jungle.
a movie studio made it to copy?
Let me see.
Hold on.
King of the Jungle Disney. It
Where
just
is it?
shows me Lion King.
Okay, well, it's wiped off. It's probably, you know what? It might be a Mandela effect. It probably never
It
existed.
never existed.
Yeah.
What?
No, Disney
Uh,
definitely did like their own Madagascar.
No, I think you.
Oh,
might be
okay, I see,
right.
I see.
Did you find something?
No, I was wondering if it was a studio ripping off Disney, but Disney didn't do Madagascar. I'm
I
a
know.
fool.
It was it's gonna be on the tip of like my brain all day. There was like a Madagascar ripoff that Disney made.
I think I know what you're talking about because I'm pretty sure I saw some clips.
Okay,
of
I
it.
found it. All right.
What is it? What is
The
it?
Wild.
There
The
you go. The
Wild.
Wild Madagascar ripoff.
Critics considered it to be heavily derivative of the 2005 DreamWorks film Madagascar.
Wow. Damn, they got called the fuck out.
Dude,
Dude, I mean, dude, straight up the poster features like a giraffe that looks exactly like the guy.
Yeah,
Wow.
they had to have.
Fun fact: The Wild is a 2006 American computer animated comedy film directed by animator Steve Williams. Nickname is Spaz.
Uh-oh.
Spaz?
Yeah, I'm not
oh,
even
no.
joking. That's a Steve Spaz Williams. So
No
maybe that's why it was
way.
horrible.
Dude, this is
That's
crazy.
such, this is like further proof British people are fucking baboons, because that is like the stupidest
yeah.
word to act like it's
Seriously.
like horrendous.
Wait, I'm looking up worst rated Disney movie. It's like the worst one that's ever come out.
My guess, if critics saw it today, it would be the one with fuck. What's his name? He's like a old black guy. It's like a
Song
very
of the South?
racist Song of the South. But what's the dude's name? Uncle Remus?
Something.
Uncle Remus.
Something like that, I think.
Yeah, because I know the Boondocks definitely like ripped it off.
Dude, I can
Uncle
tell you
Ruckus.
right now, this list is already fucking bogus.
Home on the Range has 5.3 stars on IMDb.
I saw that in theater with my dad, and I thought it was amazing.
Really?
I was a kid at the time, but I remember being
Home
like,
on the
dude,
range.
cows are fucking dope, dude.
You know what that reminds me of?
cows
I
are
went to go
dope.
see Jumanji, the new ones in theaters.
Oh, it's
And
classic.
as I was walking out, a family was walking out, and they had like maybe like a 4 or 5-year-old kid with them, and the kid goes, "That was the best movie I've ever seen in my entire life."
Oh hell yes, dude, hell yes.
And I was like, I thought it was pretty mid.
Apparently the worst rated Disney. Wait, this can't be an up to date thing because The Wild is not on here. But apparently the worst rated is the Jungle Book 2.
I didn't
Which
even know they made it, dude.
I
I
did
love
not know
that
there was a
story.
second one.
It's probably not true, but you can look it up. I swear it's a thing. I swear I'm not just making this up. But apparently, during the making of the Jungle Book, Walt
Mhm.
Disney walked into the animation room and was like watching them do some stuff, and he was like, "You know how there's like the young woman in that movie?"
Mhm.
Yeah.
He was like, she's very sexy or
Oh,
something, and then
God.
left, and that was like the whole interaction or something.
Jesus.
Look
That
into
goes
that, 'cause
hard.
I could be
Dude,
crazy.
You know, we were talking about like animators putting like weird, crazy shit in stuff like a while, like an hour
Yeah.
ago. We were talking about
Yes.
that. Dude, I remember watching some YouTube video like forever ago. Like I was watching this in like 2005 or something, and it was some video that was like top 10 moments in Disney movies where the animator snuck in something that shouldn't be
Yeah,
there.
like it's a
There's-
sex.
There's literally one where like Mufasa like lays down and a cloud of dust goes up and the dust just spells the word sex like just for a second and then like dissipates immediately and it's like, was that on
The
purpose?
Little
or did
Mermaid
they-
castle has like a cock in front.
Dude, I remember that one. Yeah.
That
Dude, there's
shit's
also
so
like
funny.
apparently the priest has a raging
boner?
boner.
I
I'm pretty sure
remember
it's-
that.
Wouldn't you?
Oh baby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wouldn't you? Yeah, I wait. Maybe we should watch that video right now.
If,
We
see, if I
have-
was an animator, the first thing I would do is just make everyone be like, "Oh no, I'm inflating for no reason. Here's a close up of my mouth."
Dude, the first thing I would do as an animator, if I was the background designer, I would put I would turn the opacity all the way down so it's almost completely translucent of my face stretched across the background. So I'm just like looking over, but it's like, you know, in those video games, like horror video games, where it's like adjust the brightness until you
Mhm.
can barely see it. Like I would make it so it's like just barely visible, and you're like, wait a minute, is that somebody's face? And it cuts to another scene.
Then you can have
right
like a
away.
bass note that's lower than the human threshold of hearing, and people just go like, "Why do I feel weird in this moment?"
Yes. Yeah. I love that shit.
Something shifted. We're in
Dude,
I'm in the new universe.
I'm actually seeing a big money opportunity. I'm thinking the three of us could play through a horror video game together.
Oh, that would be sick, bro. Dude,
That'd be
I'm
fun.
sorry.
I
There
love
is a
video games.
singular fruit fly flying around me, and I'm going to kill myself.
Yeah,
and
I could
every
hear it
fruit fly.
on your mic. It sounds really
Yeah.
loud and annoying.
Oh my God.
I
love
always wonder,
flies.
why do flies always have to be right where you are? It's like, dude, you have, even if you're in my house, you have the whole house. Like, why are you
Literally, dude. Like,
here? Why are
I
you
left
right
a
here?
banana out in the kitchen.
Yeah, go eat, go.
I
chow
just
down.
figured out why I have the flute fly. I'm so stupid. I was gonna say
There's a
go eat
banana.
that, but I think I just probably birthed him from there. So
You know what
Oh,
traumatized
good.
me about bugs? Where are their ghosts?
Oh my god,
bug
that's
ghosts.
so true.
Dude, my
Yeah.
mother, I don't know why she did this to me. She'd always tell me this shit that fucked my head up, but like I killed an ant one time and she's like, they release pheromones that now every ant is gonna come
Yeah.
try to bite you as revenge.
All the
Like,
ants you know
cannot.
killed did.
yes, and then I
Wow.
was like, I'm fucked. Like anytime I killed an animal or something.
Yeah, well, that's what they
insect.
that's what they said about like you're not supposed to kill cockroaches because they supposedly have eggs all over them. That when you
Yeah.
step on them, then you got their eggs on your shoe.
I just like
or-
sweep
What?
them and toss them outside.
Oh, really? Sometimes
Or like
you
if it's
just
like an
gotta
ant,
murk
I'll
'em.
just blow on it and go, and then
I
it
love
flies.
Ants, I'll
blowing
let
my
'em out.
aunt, bro.
I let out spiders.
doesn't?
I always release spiders because that one Rage comic from fucking forever ago changed
Yeah.
me. You know the one I'm talking about where he
Where he
saves the
snipes the
spider?
guy.
Yeah, the spider snipes the intruder. All right, dude, we're about to run out of time here.
Okay.
This was
but
crispy.
This was super fun.
Crispy.
I'm definitely sensing another episode in the future.
Thanks. Just hit me up.
Hell
I'm,
yeah.
I'm always free except for when I'm traveling because I'm a hyper successful musical DJ sexy man.
Fuck
Based-
yeah. I'm trying to see
based
you on
guest.
tour, dude. I'm trying to like when I come to Cali,
Mhm.
Me and Zach we're both gonna come watch it.
You want to go hiking?
Oh,
Fuck
so
yeah.
down, dude.
You kidding
Yeah,
me?
I could take you to a spot. Hopefully, because I know you guys look very pasty.